afternoon, everybody, from Holly Lanes in Mount Holly, Ohio. Welcome to the beautiful King of TV Bowling. That's the only way to arrive on Easter Sunday. I'm Tom Brenneman, along with Jennifer Trenkamp and David Newrath. And Jen, it's the first time we've been out here to Holly Lanes in a while.
Yeah, Glenn Schmidt is our proprietor this morning. Wayne Piles is the manager. He's doing a fantastic job out here. Glenn Schmidt has done a terrific job with this place. It really looks great.
Well, it sure does. David, how about our first match and the competitors in that one?
Well, Randy Smith will be squaring off against Chris Trenkamp. And Randy is a right-hander, throws a big bender from the right side, obviously. And Chris, he earned a spot here. He really worked for it today.
Had some big numbers in the roll-off.
Right, the lefty came up with 279 to make the telecast.
Let's look for that today. You know, it's Easter. We got to give away a car. Let's give away some money. Not a better time to do it. All that and much more coming up next on the beautiful King of TV Bowling.
Greater Cincinnati BPA's Hudy King of Bowling. Brought to you by Hudy 14K, the Cincinnati legend. Remember the name, you'll never forget the taste.
Then is now again, Cincinnati, and the flavor's pure 14K. Time to enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Cincinnati legend. Beautiful 14K. Remember the name. You'll never forget the taste.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's over. We have nothing in common.
Never agreed on one thing. Ever.
Great. I'm too good for him.
I can do better.
I need to find someone
more like me.
When you find something you have so much in common with, something so unique, so refreshing,
Hi.
you just can't stop yourself from grabbing it and holding on to it forever.
Lee's famous recipe makes the best tasting chicken in town. We bake fluffy, scratch buttermilk biscuits glazed with melted butter. Taste our country fresh salads and hot vegetables. Now you can get famous with Famous Recipes Catering Hotline. Dial chicken. That's 244-2536 for great chicken and side dishes for your next party. Famous Recipes Catering Hotline. The great taste keeps you coming back.
Spring comes early at America's Choice. America's Choice is eager to announce our spring cleaning sale. Reduced prices on all 1987 homes and specials on all 88 models. It's your choice at America's Choice. Free microwave, free washer and dryer, or free park rent. Come on by this weekend for all the exciting details. See why Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky are making America's Choice their choice in mobile homes in Milford and Walton, Kentucky.
Welcome back to Holly Lanes here in Mount Holly, which, just for your information, in case you're not aware of it, is just outside of Amelia, eastern part of greater Cincinnati. Glad to have you aboard on this Easter weekend. Wish you and your family the very best Easter Sunday.
Randy Smith. What a ball he can throw from time to time. Lanes 9 and 10. That's lane 9, and that's the way you want to start.
Better believe it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah, hey, I wanted to thank the limo service. I tell you what, we don't do that every week, folks. I don't. But it was a good opportunity supplied by another Poinky Classic, the limo service. We thank them for the ride out. Those of us that live on the west side of town, this is a little bit further than what we're used to.
Oh, rough break there.
Yeah, really. Chris Trenkamp on the right-hand lane. Lane 10 throws a great shot, leaves a pretty powerful 10-pin. But didn't leave too many of them in a roll-off, that's for sure. 279.
Not too shabby at all.
And, of course, our standby today is Dave Forwood, who lost 221 to 279. Not much you can do with that, Dave.
No. Well, he picks up the spare, and got a good crowd again on hand today. We've talked about week to week how our crowds have dramatically risen over the past, well, couple of years. And today, no different.
Yeah, they're going to come out and see some good scores here. Let's go. Chris Trenkamp.
Well, I think they're all here looking for one thing, and there you go. That's what Chris is looking for, a strike on the left lane. But I tell you what, it was Easter Sunday in 1975 when the King of Bowling had his one and only 300 game rolled, and that was by Bob Dieters Jr. 300. He defeated Bill Heflin in that match with a 247. That was the only time we've seen it, and it would sure be nice to do it again.
Oh, it certainly would. Big Randy Smith stepping back up there, and 10 more down. He is perfect through 2.
Yeah, the powerful ball that we're going to see here is indicative of the way Randy throws all the time. Throws a little bit more arc, starts the ball inside, drifts it out to about the 9th board, and then look out, freight train through the pocket, 5-pin into the 8, and then the 6 kicks out the 10. Great shot, Randy Smith, left lane, starts the game off with a double.
Can't throw him much better than that. And Randy Smith eyeing a triple to get started here in our first game. And bam, 10 more, forget it.
I tell you, that's how Randy registered. One of the most amazing things I've seen in this city in bowling in a long time. He started this season out, Tommy, one night in league at Madison. He shoots 857, and the very next night he comes back to Kingpin Lanes, puts his shoes on, 805.
Wow.
Back-to-back 800s. That's unheard of.
That is unheard of. 800 is just such a great score. I mean, people just don't realize how many strikes you need. Well, there's a potential of 900, so Dave, help me out here.
Yeah, well, no.
So we're looking at, 5 frames that you didn't strike? Not even
exactly.
that?
I've bowled a lot of years, Tommy, and the game's treated me real well, and I've only had one 800, and it is next to a major title. It's one of the highest accomplishments any bowler can throw, and for him to do them back-to-back nights is incredible.
It is something
Boy,
else.
857. That's I think, isn't there an 860 something that's high in the city?
Terry Ciccone. Way to go, Terry.
Chris Trenkamp, as we told you, won the roll-off a short time ago, 279 to 221 over Dave Corwood. Ooh, how about that?
There you go. The lane he's comfortable with. Lane 9. Let's watch this shot. A solid 8. 8-pin is the second one from the left-hand side of your screen, back row. It should be the last pin to go down. Now watch the head pin. Go straight back. That's the 3-pin going to the right wall, and right there, that's the 3-pin with the nose out of there. 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Take
right.
that.
Randy Smith, 26 years old, out of Florence, Kentucky. Ooh.
Come on.
Cut the ball short. If you're going to come off of a string, you don't want to do it like that. But the big bender's going to do that once in a while. Watch it here on the replay. It's going to hook early. Right here. He gets the ball in, and then it doesn't kick out. Look at this. Picks up the roll a little bit too soon. Going to put the head pin straight back through the rack. The 3 right there is going to go the right channel. Now watch it. It's going to shove. That is the 5-pin. Back door. Boom.
Avoided a tough split there.
Could have been disaster.
Picks up the spare nicely. He averages 227 at Madison Bowling, 223 at Waltz Center. He's got a 300 game. He started bowling at the age of 9.
There you take a look at the scoreboard. Smith out to the early lead.
19 pins, but Trenkamp has the advantage of the strike working in the 4th. Technically cuts his lead to 9.
Randy has just bought a house, and one of his favorite hobbies is putting some work on that bad boy. And he's doing some work on the pins.
That he is, Tommy. Fantastic shot. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, he really has some merits. 9 300s, 4 299s, 2 800s, as you said before. He's impressive. He's got some real great scores.
And not only that, he's a pretty nice guy.
He is.
That's the bottom line. Chris Trenkamp working off that strike, and you can chalk it up, make it a double.
Chris Trenkamp finally finds the right lane, lane 10 here at Mount Holly. He is comfortable. Let's take a look at it. Now, he tightens the line up a little bit. About out to the 6th board. Now, 1-2 pocket annihilated. Yeah, that's the head pin going to the wall, but there's nothing to come back and knock down. Good shot.
That ball was really driving, wasn't it?
You betcha.
You betcha.
Looking for a triple, and there it is. So after a triple for Randy Smith to start off the match, Chris Trenkamp has come right back with 3 strikes of his own, and we got a good match going.
Got a very good match. Randy Smith right now needs to strike to maintain his 9-pin lead. If he does not strike on this ball, he's 1 pin behind.
Big shot. Randy Smith looking for 10. Now, David, it looks like he's lost his line within the last couple of frames.
The right lane where he needs to get the ball wide, he is not going to be able to get away with, you know, that sort of a shot where it's going to hook early on him. He needs to give the ball room on the right lane, Tom.
Now, how difficult is this spare?
It's about 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5. You should make this for the normal bowler, and for the better bowlers, 1 out of 3.
We'll see. Not going to get it. Oh, I spoke too soon. Mercy, that was a shot.
You said what?
Now, is that the way you normally play that?
Most people play it, they kill the ball from the left-hand side. Now, Randy Smith is just going to hook it up. Now, this requires some accuracy. It's got to touch both pins. There you see it. Just touching the 3-pin, careening off into the 10. That's perfection. But don't try it that way.
You know, you say normally they'll go to the left of the 3-pin and then try to kick it back.
Oh, no. You'll always try to fit the ball up, but most people use the left-hand side of the lane and shoot across the lane and try to deflect the ball more, not hook it up in between. No. That's incredible.
Darn near sent it right through the middle of him.
You betcha. I'll tell you what, we've got a nice crowd out here. You mentioned it before, Tommy, and Chris Trenkamp is looking to go into the lead.
And, oh,
you
got a little help.
He's getting some great action on the pins, tripping that 6 out.
You're absolutely right. He's got a 1-pin lead. The double makes it 11 pins. He jumps into the lead by 11 sticks ahead of Randy Smith.
Working on 4 strikes in a row. Hey, mark of a good player. When you get down early, just keep it going. And he is rolling right now.
That's how he shot 279.
We are qualifying this weekend at Durbin Bowl, and next week we will be qualifying at Glenmore Lanes over in the heart of Cheviot.
It's our side of the world.
Yeah.
Jim.
No, it's not. No, it is not. I got a break this week. A little closer to home. Big Randy Smith trying to bring home 10 in the pit, and that he does.
We mentioned it last frame. He needs to give it room on the right-hand lane, and he did that time, Tommy. He gave it a little room, and the powerful mixing ball came back and netted him a strike. He's still 11 pins down.
Well, we are really seeing some impressive bowling so far in this first game. My, oh my, strikes going left and right. Lanes 9 and 10 are really heated up here at Holly Lanes.
In a few weeks, we will be having the queens, the women on the show, and the youths. So watch for that coming up.
Yeah, he's utilizing the ball that got him here. The big bender. Yep, let's watch it here. He's going to take it from about the 15th board or 3rd arrow right there. It's going to go out to about the 6th board right there, and then left-hand turn, 5-pin. Get out of here. 10-pin, your history. 11 pins. Chris Trenkamp needs to strike to maintain the lead.
Not going to get it. He looked like he was pretty much on target, David.
Yeah, he was, Tom, and it's a shame that the ball did deflect as it went into the 1-2 pocket. It jumped a little bit to the left. Let's watch it here. Nice tight shot of the ball. Now watch it jump to the left side of your screen after it hits the head pin right here into the 2. And see, it just doesn't drive through, and it gets a bad angle on the 4-pin, and it dies in the ditch.
Picks up the spare. You know, Jen mentioned the fact about the women and the youth bowling. I think many times we go without recognizing the fact that, hey, Jen has been our queen. What is it, 5? 6?
Oh, no, not quite that many.
4?
And Regina Snodgrass, she's been up there, and Nancy Fair, she's always there. I can definitely attest to that. Nancy's very consistent. We've had Burke Brockman. She's been great this year.
That was a very important shot, folks. I tell you what, Chris Trenkamp, if he'd have struck in the 10th and 11th frames and also struck out, would have forced Randy to get the first one. Now the situation is this. Randy Smith is working on a strike in the 9th frame. Count becomes critical. If he spares and strikes, Randy Smith could 9 spare and strike to win by pin.
We have certainly seen some far-out things happen in the last couple of weeks, see?
Oh, you
Oh,
called that.
no.
Chris, over here.
That's right. It's like you brought up last week, Dave. We now all of a sudden have what is called a Trenkamp factor.
Oh, it's a jinx. That's no factor, that's a jinx.
So now, David, what's the situation for Randy here?
Well, we've got 226 out for Chris Trenkamp. Randy, any kind of a mark is going to win him the match.
Looking for 10. This would seal it right now. Forget it, like money in the bank. Boy, an interesting match. Went back and forth. Smith started out so hot, and then Trenkamp came back. Smith came on at the end.
That certainly can happen in any given game. They always say that anybody can beat anybody else in one game. You can have a lousy game, and somebody who's maybe not the caliber bowler that you are could have their best game ever.
Well, key swing, I'm telling you, for Randy Smith was the 6th frame where he brought back the 3-10 split in a dramatic fashion to put him into position to be able to win.
Boy, he's looking impressive.
And win he will. He's going to finish with 259 if he strikes on the last ball. 226 for Chris Trenkamp. Not quite the game he was looking for, but still not bad.
That's a good showing.
Still averaging 221. That seems to be the number for the year. Through 60 games on the show, 221. And Randy, of course, will better that.
Indeed, he will. Look out.
All right, there you have it. Randy Smith in game 1, 258. Chris Trenkamp, 226. And don't y'all go away. Tommy's going to be right out with the gold ball contest.
No, folks.